just hopped in the truck. Got to stop at the bank quick to grab some money and then headed out to get the Jacobsen and bring it back into town. That engine sounds really good. Really good. Oh, those buildings look familiar, guys. All right, so you notice we'll be on gravel here. And so my mechanic that I bring my equipment to is a little ways out of town. But he does really good work, and I trust him with all of my equipment, and he knows all of my equipment, and I wouldn't bring it to anybody else, even though it is a little bit further of a drive. All right, guys. Day 2. Let's hope the Jacobsen doesn't break down this time. I went and got it, picked it up. It's at the storage unit right now and it's plugged in. So that's good to go. Sweeper's good to go. I have a funnel with me and some hydraulic oil to add to it. And I also got to put the wiper back on. After the wiper's back on, then we'll be good to go. Hook up the plow, hook up the trailer, bring it home. And then we'll get day 2 of 1-inch and then 2-inch storms. Let's go. All right, guys, we're back now. The Jacobsen is plugged in. It's been plugged in for about 5 hours today. So that's gonna be hot and ready to go, unlike last time. Last time we were here, I left this light on all night, and that's what ended up killing the battery. So that light is off. The battery is fully charged. We're gonna put the wiper on right here, and we have to drill a hole later on. I had to drill a hole anyways. Windshield washer fluid line and a reservoir back to the engine to put the mounting plate on. But that's for another time. Right now we're just trying to get the windshield wiper on. And then I also picked up some hydraulic oil that we need to refill in this cap here, if you can see that. It leaked oil at the last property that we were at before it got fixed, but it did get fixed. So if you can see it, this is the new line now. The other line we kept the same because it was in good shape, but it ended up rubbing on this hanger right here, and that's what caused it to break. So we rubber coated that hanger and made it a little bit better. I'll shine a light on it here so you guys can see. We used an old piece of hose from the old one that we took off. So that should last a lot longer now, but we have to refill the oil quickly. And then we're gonna hook up that trailer, hook up the plow with the wings on. We're not gonna take them off because nobody's out right now. And then head out to the properties. Let's go. Day 2. So as you guys can see here, we have to add oil. That rubber hose on the back was for the power steering, and it just faded over time and started cracking. It was kind of a dry hose, if you know what I mean. And so rubbing on that metal hanger, it just ended up failing, and so it was squirting out hydraulic oil. And luckily, after adding all this oil, I found that we almost added the entire capacity of the oil system, meaning that we almost didn't have any oil running through the engine or any of the hydraulics when we were out using it last time. So I'm very lucky that the engine didn't go. No light on, fully charged battery, plugged in for 5 hours. No glow plugs. Much
much better.
Yeah, so as you guys can see here, we have to put the plow in the storage unit first before the trailer. And that's because I tried putting the trailer in first and then putting the plow right near the door so that we could just hook that up if we needed to. And because the concrete going into the storage unit is sloped upwards and then the storage unit is flat, the truck can't release the plow from the mount. So we have to drive the truck all the way in so that both are flat before it'll release the plow. It also doesn't work when there's a lot of weight in the back of the truck and the truck is angled up in the front. Alright guys, so like I said earlier, welcome back. You might notice that I'm doing something a little bit different here, and I got this idea from someone you guys might watch as well. If you're not watching them, you should. Stanley the Dirt Monkey out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, I believe. He does this style where he puts the commentary in with the videos, and I think it adds a lot. So I'm not copying him, but I am using his technique and giving him credit for it. So let me know what you guys think, if you guys like this better or worse than voiceovers or no commentary at all. Of course, I wasn't going to put commentary on the raw plow videos, but for vlogging like this, I feel that it can add something by explaining. Another thing that he does is reviews drinks, and so I'll be doing my own. He is doing sparkling water, and that's what I have as well today. This is Bubbler, and this is the Blood Orange Mango Mingler. And I hate sparkling water, but I'll tell you what, Bubbler changed my mind. So first drink impressions. I don't think Bubbler makes a bad flavor. The interesting thing about Bubbler is that it's all natural with zero sugar and no artificial sweeteners. So it's sweetened with erythritol and stevia extract, but it doesn't have that typical stevia taste, if you guys know what I mean. It's very, very store brand flavored. Like it doesn't taste like an all natural drink, even though it is. We'll get back to the video. Alright guys, this has to be one of my favorite shots that I've ever taken. This is the night lapse on the GoPro Hero 8, and GoPro does such a good job. This is with no color editing. This is how the camera took the video itself. Look at the sky in the background over the course of the night lapse. Really well done job. So by the time I get down here, you can tell that the plow is in the windrow position, and I originally started with it in the scoop position, but because of the time of year it is, well, I shouldn't say that because it's normally very cold, but because of the type of winter we're having, it's so warm out that all the snow that we've gotten this year has been very sticky and very slushy. So it gets real heavy when it gets pushed, and the wings on my plow, when I'm out in a V and I go into a pile, the one wing will release back. It's a breakaway feature that Boss has on their plows, so that if you do hit a curb or if you hit anything else like a stop sign, it does go back instead of causing more damage. And I know that some of you guys put in the comments on one of the last videos that you can have the dealer adjust it, and so I'm going to look into that because right now it's folding back very easily. So when we do try and push against those big piles in the parking lot, those wings, especially with the wings added on, the additional 22 inches, it makes for a lot of heavy snow that's trying to be moved, and it folds the wings back, which is kind of frustrating because then you have to pick up the plow reset the wings by like putting them back forward and stuff before they'll lock back into place. Some of you guys also asked about the Boss headlights and what I thought of them that are on the plow. They shine quite a distance, guys. Sometimes I don't feel, not comfortable is the right word, but I feel bad for driving in residential neighborhoods in the middle of the night, because if people don't have their blinds shut, I think they're pretty bright coming through windows. And so I try and be mindful of that. And sometimes we'll turn them off if I'm in a parking lot that's brightly lit already. There's a fellow snowplower driving by. I don't know everybody in Grand Forks, but I have passed quite a few people quite a few times. So we're getting used to the familiar wave, but I don't know all the guys. And I do say guys because I've never seen a girl. I'm not sexist, I just have not seen a female driver. Before any of you hop on me in the comments. Gotta get those pictures. Now you guys might have seen this in a different video. This is the back of the same property. And this is how we normally do it. We push in, back up, and then we make about 3 to 4 swipes, pushing to the sides and out away from the building. And in the other video that you guys saw, we weren't doing that because we had 10 inches of snow, only 2-wheel drive, and no traction. But this is how we normally do it.
Alright guys, we're almost done. We just dropped off the Jacobsen. And we also dropped off the plow. Everything worked good tonight. There are only a few drips from the Jacobsen that we'll have to look at eventually.
Not from the steering. Different area.
Nothing to be concerned about. We have one more property to go spray some liquid de-icer down. So we're gonna go do that. Might wait till the morning so that we can get a little bit of sunrise, a little bit of natural light to make the video look better. But we're gonna go put that in the tank. Maybe eat some breakfast because it is about 5 in the morning right now. So let's go.
Alright guys, so here it is, the grand debut, if you will, of our liquid de-icing. I will have a whole series dedicated to this in the short future of the ordering of our sprayer, what we decided to do for tanks and pumps, and then as well as the build for how we're doing it just in a residential garage for this first year. Very cheap build, so if any of you are interested in getting into it, that'll be an interesting series to watch. I'll also have review videos on all the equipment that I've been using. And so what we're spraying down today is actually, even though it was warm enough to use mostly salt brine, we're using a synthetic here. And what I mean by that is that it's partially salt, NaCl, sodium chloride, and then it's partially calcium chloride, magnesium chloride, and potassium chloride, which just lowers the freezing point of the liquid. The liquid de-icing face. Here's a quick look inside. You can see the remote in my hand. Just a simple on and off switch for the pump. And if you guys are wondering about this footage, this is still the GoPro Hero 8, but it is on a Mazda Mini P gimbal. If you guys want to look those up. That was a Christmas gift this year, and it's a very, very nice gimbal. It can be used with a GoPro, a small DSLR camera, or a smartphone. So it's 3 uses, which you don't find very often. You usually have to buy them for a specific camera or camera weight. This boom sprayer does have the optional side nozzles, so it can spray onto the sidewalks a little bit without having to drive all the way onto them.
Double with no handle.
We were there already earlier that morning in the dark, and we missed a sidewalk, so that's getting shoveled now before we spray it. And this is our walk behind sprayer that we use. It's a 5-gallon bucket, and there's going to be future videos about that, so if you guys are looking for information, just watch out for those. But this is what we use to spray all of the steps, sidewalks, and entrances to doors that we can't get the truck into.
Yeah, there's always...
Alright guys, that's our video for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is day 2. We have day 3 coming out soon, so make sure you watch out for that one. If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. It does more than you know for the video in the algorithm and is greatly appreciated. The subscribe button is right below. I'll also put it here at the end of the video, right in the center, as well as some suggested videos. As always, if you guys have any ideas, comments on what you guys want videos on, leave those in the comments. I'll do as much as I can. Of course, if we get snow, you know I'll be recording. And for today's keyword, if you guys are still here, so I know who the true patrons of this channel are, go ahead and type in the phrase you see right here, which is liquid de-icer. Why liquid de-icer? Well, because this was the first time you guys have seen it in a video. There's going to be more to come with that, so keep on the lookout for that. And that's all I have for today. We'll see you guys in the next one.